So one of the core points of socialism is the idea that the free market should be changed into what's called a planned economy. And it is a testament to capitalist propaganda that they have convinced so many people that this is a bad idea. It's literally called planned economy because it is an economy with a plan, as opposed to the free market we live in, which is a chaotic mess of exploitation and extraction, making endless mountains of pollution and waste to feed endless consumerism to fuel capitalism's demand for infinite profit growth on a finite resource planet. Which is not only unsustainable, it's really inefficient. Socialism believes that we should rebuild the entire economy to have a plan towards achieving specific goals, like feeding everyone, housing everyone, and making sure everyone is clothed, educated, healthy, and warm. And again, it is truly impressive that billionaires managed to convince so many of you that the chaotic mess of the free market is a better idea than a planned economy. But in the hopes of snapping you out of this brainwashed state, imagine if this same capitalist logic was applied to literally anything else in life. Let's go take a flight and let the free market of passengers decide mid-flight where we are going instead of having a flight plan. Let's visit the emergency room in a hospital and let the free market compete to see who should be seen first instead of having a triage plan. Let's get rid of the traffic lights and let the free market of the commuters decide the flow of the city instead of having a traffic plan. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying a planned economy is perfect. There are plenty of examples of economic plans going wrong, the agricultural revolution in the Soviet Union and Communist China being the biggest and most famous example. But people who point to these examples always leave out the second half of that story, which is yes, initially these plans were disastrous, but then they tweaked the plan and the agricultural reforms became massively successful, and the collectivized farms started to produce far more food than ever before. And do you know why? Because there was a plan. And yes, sometimes the plan, like any plan, needs to be updated or fixed. But the good thing about plans is you can learn from mistakes and update them until they work, which is something that is literally impossible under the chaos of capitalism. Because capitalism has no plan beyond maximizing profits for shareholders. It serves only the rich. And if a need or requirement of the people isn't met by the free market, then the people are free to go away and die. The bottom line is planned economies are sustainable and they work. And if you don't believe me, then just look at the stats. Russia went from a country of illiterate dirt farmers in 1917 to the first nation that ended extreme poverty, homelessness, hunger, and invented space travel while reducing the gender pay gap and also increasing the life expectancy of every single citizen. And it did all of that in under 50 years. And that is what a planned economy can do. Anyway, something to think about.